and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. But it's finally time for my November wrap-up. How well did I do with reading in November? I did okay. I read 9 books, but most of them are quite short. Were quite short. This is the pile. So yeah, let's just get through them quickly. How well do I remember them? Probably not that well, but let's just do this. The first book I finished was Satresti Willow by Liene. It's a YA book by a Latvian author about a girl. She's in 9th grade and there is a new boy in school. So it's about friendship, it's about first love kinda, it's about revenge and about like sticking up for yourself, making decisions for yourself. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the illustrations. I like when books have illustrations, even when they are not for small children. So yeah, I wanted to read more Latvian authors in November, and this is one of the books I read, because November was Latvia's birthday month. So yeah. The next one I read was, I would translate Neredzamais bērns as Invisible Child. That's the name of one of the stories in this book by Tove Jansson, but I think the English title was Tales from the Moomin Valley or something like that. But yeah, these are like how many stories? 9 stories from the Moomin Valley about Moomin and his friends. I enjoyed it. There were stories that I liked more and that I liked less, but they tend to teach children some lessons about life, about acceptance, about not being selfish, thinking about others too, not just yourself. So yeah, I enjoyed this one. I don't think I have read like a whole book, but maybe I'm wrong. But I definitely would pick up more by Tove Jansson and the Moomins, because this was a really lovely book. The next one I finished was Ready Player One. In Latvian the title is Spēle sākas by Ernest Klein. This was a buddy read with Sasha from The Wild Sasha. Link in the description box, as always. This I really enjoyed. It's about a boy who participates in this Easter egg hunt, kinda. The developer of the game Oasis, I think. It's sometimes a struggle when I read book in Latvian to talk about it in English, if it's originally English, but the developer of that game dies and he doesn't have any relatives to like give his fortune to, so he has hidden an Easter egg in his game, and the one who finds it, there are 3 levels of that hunt, so the one who finds it gets all his like money and the game. He's like the owner, and it was really interesting. The game is really interesting, but the like kind of sad part is how the world is. It's 2045, I think, the year, and the earth is like in a really bad condition. People doesn't want to like be in the real world. They just want to be in the oasis, and they basically live their lives there. There are schools. The good part is the schools are for free. You can enroll from wherever you live, and the game is free. You don't have to pay to play it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely interested in the sequel. I don't know what it has to do with, but this is one of my favorite books from this year now. So I recommend if you haven't read it. I still need to watch the movie because I haven't seen it yet. But I will one day. The next book I read is another Latvian author book, and it's Kushner Lidos by Andra Manfelde. And this one is a children's book about 3 kids who go on this journey to find a lost cathedral. It just disappeared one morning. This fog came and the cathedral was gone, so they go and try to find what has happened to it. And on their journey they meet a lot of different characters. It was interesting. It doesn't have my favorite type of illustrations, but they were fun too. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. So a nice book for kids and for adults too. This one was a library copy. I need to return it soon. Probably should have returned it, or maybe not. No, I probably should have returned it like last week or 2 weeks ago. I will do that soon. The next book I read was Upe by Laura Vinogradova. It's about a woman who inherits a house from her father when he died, but she has never known her father. Her parents divorced and her mother didn't say anything or reveal who the father is. And she escapes to that house and spends there like spring to autumn, I think, and she kind of disappears from the world to find herself and to find peace, because her sister disappeared 10 years ago. She just disappeared. She went home and no one knows what has happened to her, and she still deals with that grief about losing her sister. So I really enjoyed this book. It's not an easy read, but it has a good and uplifting ending. I really liked that. The next book I finished was Friendship Poems, selected and edited by Peter Washington. And as the title clearly says, it's a poem collection about friendship. Poems about friendship. About all the kinds of friendship between 2 people, between people and an animal, missing friends, about lost friends, new friends, whatever. But yeah, if you've been here for a while, you know that I struggle with poetry in English, and this was a struggle too. Of course, I enjoyed some of the poems. I especially enjoy the ones that are in rhyme, like that rhyme. I don't have you an example, but I think the interesting part of this is that that the poems are from a lot of countries, even translated from whatever languages, like from ancient history too, so it's a really wide range of poetry. But yeah, I'm glad I have finished this one, but I definitely won't pick it up again, probably. But never say never. The next I read was Tinsis by Jānis Širmanis. This is a Latvian author children's book. Originally it was written in the 50s, I think. Let's check. Do I remember? Yes. It was first published in 56, then in 84, and only in 93 in Latvia. It was written in Latvian. What am I talking about? Because after Second World War, the author emigrated. But it's about a little kitty who wants to be a cat school teacher. He has black coat and like a little white spot on his chest. His mother tells him that he looks like a teacher. To be a teacher, he needs to know a lot of things. So he goes on this adventurous journey throughout Latvia in 1930s to learn, and he visits a lot of places. What I liked, he visits like popular author homes and meets the pets, cats and other animals there, and it was really lovely story. I really liked it. What I found a bit weird is that it's like in columns. There are some illustrations, but they are quite plain, and there are a lot of text, so it's definitely for kids who like reading. But I really, as I said, enjoyed this story about a kitty. And then I finished Given to the Sea by Mindy McGuinness. This is a YA fantasy about a girl who has brought up to be given to the sea. Her bloodline is kind of cursed. All they're meant to do is grow up, choose the father for her kid, give birth to a daughter, and then go into the sea. And the sea kind of draws her in, and she's like meant to do that so the sea doesn't destroy the village. But of course, that's not what happens. The book was okay. I don't have strong feelings about it. I was confused for like half of the book. Didn't really like the relationships, like how they formed. The ending was like... I didn't really like how it ended, but I know there is a sequel, but I probably won't be reading it. Like the two twins, Dara and Daniel, they are like the last of their kind. They are these but people who are really connected to Earth, and they all were killed in this attack, and they are only those two left. So they were really interesting. But yeah, it's nothing too interesting for me. I'm glad I read it because this one has been with me since 2017 and I'm finally done with it. And the last book I'm gonna talk about, I don't have physically, but it is Zem Skorpiona Zīmes, or the English title is Under the Sign of the Scorpion by Liene, and this one is a non-fiction. I don't know how to talk about the book because it is interesting, definitely, but the things it talks about are terrifying because it shows you how Soviet regime in the Soviet times here in Europe, and before that even, how bad the situation actually was, how many people they killed for nothing. And for a lot of that book I was reading and I was like shocked. I knew that a lot of bad things happened, but yeah, reading it was quite terrifying to read about those things, about that part of history, about Lenin. That's how I would say it because he's Russian. Stalin, and I don't remember, there was one more dude who was really bad, but a lot of bad people in this book. So yeah, as I said, it's terrifying to read about what has happened to people here in this part of Europe at Soviet times. So it was a good book, but it wasn't an easy book to read. So this is gonna be it for the wrap-up. I'm happy about the books I read, though like most of them were quite short, but in total this is a good pile of books. So let me know, what did you read in November? Did you have a favorite book? Did you have least favorite book? How was your reading month? Please let me know. Mine was good. My favorite, I can't even choose. I'm gonna show you two favorite books, and they are Ready Player One by Ernest Cline and Upe by Laura Vinogradova. These one the favorites for me from November. And the least favorite, I think I'm gonna go with Friendship Poems because I just didn't connect with a lot of poems in this book. So yeah. So please chat with me in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell, push the bell to get notified when I put up a new video. That's currently every day. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.